Deputy Speaker. Joline George is the mother of two, and her youngest 8-year-old has autism, who's currently in a support unit in a public school. He currently receives funding from NDIS, but the road to getting him the right care and support hasn't been easy. For Joline, not only did she have to come to terms with having a child with special needs on an autism spectrum of 3, she and her husband felt helpless, not knowing where to find the right information to give her child the best care as she could, as any mother would. Her journey to finding the right support made her realise that there was nothing out there for carers, so she set up Help You Cope to assist mothers with the personal and emotional challenges of caring for their children with special needs. Since 2019, this small not-for-profit organisation in my community of Fowler has been able to provide for over 100 mothers every month and growing with the emotional support they need in their role as a mother with special needs children. I spoke with Joline, who welcomed the NDIS reform that's being proposed, which is focusing on the states having a hand in supporting autism development delays and ADHD in lower socioeconomic areas, of which Fowler is one. It is proposed that foundational support is provided outside of NDIS, be introduced to people with less severe disabilities. As defined by the NDIS review, foundational supports are disability-specific supports available outside of individuals' budgets and aim to provide the foundation for a good life. This certainly is a step forward, but it's imperative that the government understands the challenges carers such as Joline and her mother's groups experience. While Joline welcomes the concept of having the funding provided to a school to deliver the support, she's concerned that schools lack the staffing numbers and the specialists required to provide support for those children with special needs. My Fowler community are joining up to 3 times the rate of their inner city counterparts when it comes to NDIS, with most of the children in my electorate 1.3 times more likely to suffer from developmental delays and learning disabilities. So families in Fowler, I would say Western Sydney as well, receive lower NDIS funding to the same diagnosis than other more affluent areas, and the waiting list to get specialist care is between 12 to 24 months for therapy. As a member for Fowler, I'm passionate about my constituent getting the right, adequate support that they deserve and empower them to thrive in my community. I appreciate the government's intention of transforming disability support in Australia, but I ask the government to ensure that equity is maintained and that barriers are dismantled with the new NDIS scheme to support families who are crying out for more funding. Thank you.
Thank you. Member for Swan.